Hello, I'm Jen. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you're returning. I do appreciate all the support, and I hope this message finds you doing a fantastic, okay? Doing amazing. I'm going to do a general reading for this collective, so take what makes sense. Don't worry about the rest. Keep in mind, use your discernment, right? You're responsible for all your own choices. I am not. You are. The box below the video contains links to connect with me on Facebook on my artist page. You can purchase the oracle decks I've designed. This is the FeralSpirit oracle deck. This is the FeralSpirit Soul Care deck, as well as emails to contact me for different things, okay? Intuitively, the messages, whatever will be. That's for these sets of readings, kind of what I've been getting. I can't help but notice when I was shuffling, hidden enemy is over here. Something about November, Scorpio, or Sagittarius. Definitely a strong Sag, because the Ace of Wands kept flying out too. Like, yes. Something about beating someone or something with a stick. Metaphorically, not realistically. Okay, let's go ahead and it's May 10th. Let's get the date and the time. It's May 10th at 7:45 a.m. Michigan time, Eastern Standard, I think. Yeah, let's go ahead and get a prayer. Thank you, the Most High God, Holy Mother and Father. Thank you for these messages. Thank you for your guidance. Thank you for this clarity. Thank you for helping us grow in love, wisdom, and understanding of you, others, and ourselves. Thank you for helping me be a service to the viewer. All right. Thank you. Hallelujah. All right. Let's go ahead and get the clues for this reading. I really do hope everyone's doing all right. Sun is shining, right? Get out and about. Go get some nature, whether it's organized or just, natural nature. All right, what are the clues for this reading? Stop there. Okay. Go left to right. Sideways. Time is the wisest counselor. 16, 8, 5, 45, 13, and 26. Somebody here is having a talk, a sit-down conversation, okay? We're going to turn this one this way. Yep, this is sideways too. And this is happening right now. Okay, when stuff comes... I'm trying to work on my swearing. When stuff comes out sideways for me, it is current. Okay, as to bring my attention to right now. You have a deep appreciation in the arts of music. Somebody can be an artist or a water sign or have big feelings. 8, 23, 22, 10, 34, and 49. Right? This is a sideways as well. A conclusion is simply the place where you got tired of thinking. Yeah, this is a conversation. Somebody's like, all right, I need a little bit more information, and then we're done about this. We're done talking about this, or I'm done dealing with it. I'm like, going to put it down. We're going to quit messing with it. The conversation, that is. Watch your relations with other people carefully. Be reserved. 5, 15, 20, 21, 35, and 43. Okay, so that did come out. There's a couple of these repeat offenders. Something about repeat offender. These messages have come out in the previous readings. So I feel like you want to be open with someone, but you are not sure who they are, or you're not sure who they are to you. Okay, so it's like, I want to talk to this person, but I'm not sure how to go about that, or how much should I talk about, how much. There's also something here about, like, I don't want to say eerie, but it's like uncertain. Some sort of uncertainty, like, how will I be received? Like, I don't know, some apprehension. I don't know. All right, let's go ahead and get some clues. Something about bracelets. Could be a friend even that maybe you heard a rumor. Somebody might have been gossip. Somebody here about gossip. Somebody about an ex, or blocking some magic, manipulation even. Okay. Could be about Leo, or dealing with the Leo, or something about Leo season. Important person came out, so I'll keep shuffling. All right. Thank you, God. All right. What is the message for the viewer? January, Capricorn or Aquarius energy. Something here about someone's networks and who they know. It's not about what you know, it's about who you know. Something about that, okay? So May, it could be dealing with an Aries or a Taurus. Middle, stuck in the middle with you. Something about someone's being a clown. Someone's a joke. Oh, wow. Isn't that cute? First name, middle name, last name, initial. Could be someone's middle name starts with a Q. We have earrings. Somebody could wear earrings, or their ears are ringing, or they're hearing something. E. Something about equalizing, an equal playing field. Something about gaining some sort of equality here in a situation. D. Somebody could be a DJ. Magic and miracles came back out, so that could be manipulation energy. Or, you know, earbuds. Somebody could wear earbuds. Somebody who's definitely like a DJ of sorts. Something about music and EQs. Drop in the bass and like bass drops. Something about this. Eyeglasses. Eyeglasses. Somebody could wear eyeglasses. Somebody could wear earbuds all the time. This is something about anxiety. Someone has some anxiety about how they're going to approach another person. They have questions though. They want to see something. Somebody could wear glasses, or just somebody who wants to see something. Somebody sees also something here about some royal. These readings have been like empire, regal, royalty, something about this. Okay, I'm not sure what it is about, but it is about something. So rings, yeah. Flashing, flashing, flashing lights. Something about the weekend. We have X. Somebody's breaking free of a commitment because of what they heard and what they see, what they've been committed to. Something here about manipulation. Somebody, this is giving me these earrings and the rings and the earbuds. Somebody was in someone's ear saying something. Okay, Dakota. And I'm hearing, we're not doing that anymore. Okay, so maybe somebody is like, I think you're manipulating me a bit here. Because I know what I see what someone's committed to, and I'm not dealing with that. Something about Delaware. Okay. Something about Delaware, tan, khaki, and plaid. I'm not a fan of plaid myself. Hat. Alright, a little bit here and there, but I don't know. Anyways, hat. Something about hat. Someone wears a hat, or somebody is getting some sort of knowledge here. We did have that hidden enemy. There is something here, man, about someone dropping the mic, dropping the bass. It's like, maybe you drop the bass in your voice, you know, I do that when I'm trying to express myself in a very serious, like, I'm not playing, like, I don't yell, I don't like yelling. I've learned not to yell. My whole thing is they who raise their voice first during a debate or a disagreement or a conversation has already lost, okay? Not that it's a game, but it's like you've lost control of yourself, you've lost control of your emotions, now you're yelling. So I've learned not to yell and keep control, right? To the point of almost disassociation, something about that here as well, okay? Maybe you just need to step back, disassociate. Maybe it doesn't have to be a complete blocking. Maybe somebody blocked, I feel like somebody got caught in the middle of something. I'm hearing Eric, of hearing something, and they're like, I'm not dealing with that. I don't want to hear about my ex. I don't want to deal with my ex. Something about that energy, Danny. But it's like, I don't want to hear about any of that, okay? It's almost some sort of like, I don't think whoever's telling you about the ex or blocking out, whatever, they don't realize that there's minor manipulation. They need to check their motives. Why are they telling you that stuff? Why are they involving you in that conversation to begin with? Something here about motives, okay? So yeah, I feel like between January and May, this year, last year, I don't know, whatever that's relevant for you, between January and May, like the middle of that time frame is really where this clicked in and you realize what was happening here, or you realize what you were hearing, okay? Somebody wears jewelry, like they have jewelry, they have accessories. Maybe they're trying to make you an accessory to gossip or manipulation, and you weren't playing that game. Yeah, you're not going to do that. There's something strongly here about, no, don't think so. I don't care what I gain. Taurus energy. I'm not doing that. I attract things. I don't chase things. We're not doing that. Yeah. Attraction. I attract things. I don't chase things. Just falls into my lap. Something about that. That type of energy where it's like, I am just a lucky son of a saint. I don't know how to explain it. So... yeah, 4, you could definitely be an Aries. Something here about Emperor and Empress energy. There's something here about your divine masculine and divine feminine energy being in alignment with each other, knowing when to shift those gears, okay? We have plenty, games, home, and 4. Yeah, I definitely feel like somebody's like, I'm not playing the games with the ex. We're done doing that. I learned my lessons. You're not. I trust your intuition. On point, okay? I'm not doing that anymore. Yeah, there's like, dude, okay, whoever this is for, it's in the music you're listening to. It's in the messages you're receiving without even trying to get a message, okay? There's something there about some sort of influence, some hidden influence, all right? And I feel like that magic miracles card, the trick is the magic's in what you're listening to, what you're taking in. Okay, it doesn't even have you to be more mindful and aware of what you're choosing and why you're choosing it. Ask yourself before you do something. Just for the next week, you don't have to do, I mean, this isn't like you have to be on point all the time, but it's like you need to kind of be aware for the next whatever, what you're in the middle of. Okay? And be really like upfront with yourself about this. Like, what am I putting myself in the middle of when I listen to this music? What am I putting myself in the middle of when I watch these movies, when I see these things, read these books, whatever? When I look at this thing, when I look at that person, when I talk to that person, what am I getting involved in? Something about this energy, okay? The miracle here is how all the BS goes away when you start being mindful. Take your power back, baby. Take your power back. How it all goes away. Actions and consequences when you start listening to your higher self, your intuition, right? Guided outward direction. Yeah. And I feel like you're going to see what you've been committed to, and you're going to be able to be like, nope, we're not doing that anymore. Something about Alice. Somebody's name could be Alice. Something about Wonderland. I've been wondering is something here. You're welcome. Thank God that I was able to help you with that one because you were wondering. There you go. Right? So, yeah. What you're attracted to is because, like, of what you're listening to. Yeah, blocks came out. You need to block someone or just disengage. Disengage! Somebody hear about the Air Force. I'm thinking, like, Top Gun. Something here about disengage. Okay? Yeah. 8. You could definitely be dealing with a Leo. Or some sort of affairs of the heart. You have to have this conversation. You have to have this heart-to-heart, this sit-down, okay? Maybe it's with yourself. I don't know. We'll get further into it. But, yeah, what goes around comes around. And I feel like now your intuition's on. Now you're getting serious about this spiritual thing. You're getting serious about your soul. And the more you do that, you will be led down an awesome path, right? I heard in a book somewhere that the kingdom of heaven is inside you, all right? So I'm something about that energy. You're getting the golden brick road, okay? Somebody's name could be Dorothy. Somebody could be from Kansas. Somebody could have something here about comatose, like just walking around, taking in it all, talking to whoever mindlessly. You're going to be more mindful, whoever you are. Yeah, you're realizing what you've been doing has been blocking you from commitments this whole entire time. What you're seeing, you're realizing that person, that thing, the whatever it is, okay, has been in the way this whole entire time. And it could even be an ex. It's just, you know, some people can be friends with their exes and they're emotionally, literally not involved, like, with all that. There's some people that can't be friends with exes. It's like, they're an ex for a reason. We're not compatible, like, for reasons. Okay? I feel like this is the card of dog, right? Somebody could have a dog, but somebody is attracted, I feel like, to something else or someone else, and they're realizing what's in the way of committing to that, okay? And it's because they've been they've been following a friendship, somebody is supporting somebody thought they were being obedient, but I feel like you were being obedient, but it wasn't, something about home, playing games around the house. I feel like something here is like, it was like blind because of the attraction. This is almost giving me like, it looks so good. Whether that's a job, an opportunity, or a person, okay, or even a house. It looks so good. I just blindly was loyal to it and supported it. Something about that energy, okay? And now it's like, now I'm realizing, so you're dealing with the Pisces, something about kids, somebody could be realizing, like, what they've been building, something about an establishment. Somebody is not your friend here. Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay, so cross came out sideways. Like, okay, you have to talk to someone, because it's like, I am carrying a burden. It's almost like you were trying to do the right thing. With this cross coming out sideways right now, you're like, I am trying to do the right thing. You need to check indoctrination. You need to see where have you been indoctrinated at. It's not hard. That's a hard word for me to say. That's a not. But you've been just tolerating something, like, because of a principle. But it's like you need to shift the gears of the principle. Like, you need to look at that again. Where'd you learn that from? Who taught you that? Something about that energy. Something about learning something at home, how to play a game at home. Also, there's a mindset here about having enough, okay? You have plenty. It's just this situation, something was in the way of you getting more. We'll get more on that, okay? More commitment, more promises, honor, partnership, cooperation cycles. Something here was in the way. Somebody was manipulating a connection, okay? That came out sideways. Ring came out sideways. Somebody was manipulating a connection to keep a cycle going. And you know, sometimes people don't even realize what they're doing because of entities, all right? They're just vessels being filled up with this spirit of something, okay? Sometimes this spirit is a repetitive cycle. It's like, why? I had to recognize a pattern yesterday in a communication when I was connecting with my parent, okay, my dad. And I was just like, you know what? I'm done playing this game. I'm done with this cycle. I see that we have the same conversation all the time, and it is about the same thing, and it's the same thing you're doing over here to these folks, and I'm doing it to you. I'm not playing anymore. That's all I had to do, and all those feelings that got all riled up inside of me went away. Like, they dissipated like that. Thank you, God. It's just recognizing here, like, what's going on, okay? And I feel like, viewer, you are recognizing, or someone around you is recognizing the cycle that they're cooperating with willingly, okay? Somebody's been recognizing they've been honoring some sort of manipulation here because of what they've been hearing. And this is like getting information for yourself. This is more fact finding. All right, so we have the card 10 of clubs, bear, power, short temper, strength of character, boss, influence, and dominance. Somebody's been letting someone else be in charge of something here. And I feel like it's an ex, perhaps, even. You're taking the reins back. Something about taking charge of a conflict or an opposition or debate or a discussion. You're now the one going, we need to sit and talk. Can we do that? Yeah. I feel like it's going to, you're going to try to start this, like, this feels like, I feel like, you're going to feel better afterwards, okay? This is a clover. But also at the same time, I feel like you're going to approach this in a very much, like, the feelings aren't there because you realize what was going on, right? You broke the cycle, broke the pattern, broke the spell. You realize what was going on. So you're approaching it in a way that's more lighthearted, right? Your energy is not so heavy going into this. And I feel like that catches that other energy off guard. They're going to listen because you're not coming in it at it like, you're not coming at it like that. You're coming at it like, so I was thinking maybe we can have a chat. Like, I don't know, something here about being playful about it. There's also going to be another opportunity in the way. Not in the way, but like coming your way. We have trickster energy. Somebody is recognizing, all right? So we have 21, 12, and 3. Somebody realizes, I have been doing this because I've been indoctrinated to do that. Now this could be habits, this could be mindsets, this could be like, you know, you go somewhere and you work a job because it pays you good, right? Who cares if you like the job? It's what we're supposed to do. I'm sorry if that is you, but I can't do it. I got to do something that makes me feel like I'm doing something important, even if it's a small thing, okay? And secondly, the money will come. When you love what you do, you will be paid to do what you love. Something about that. And if you're not getting it where you're at currently, start looking elsewhere, okay? So we have some sort of trickster energy here. Chaos, delusional, manipulative. I feel like that is what you're realizing. I was manipulated into believing something or having a certain principle or having a mindset. And it's been blocking me. It's been causing problems for me. A lot of conflict, I feel like. And I feel like it has something to do with an ex. You do not have to be friends with everybody. None of the books that I read, none of the holy texts that I delve into say you have to be buddies with everybody. It says love your neighbor as you love yourself. Okay? It doesn't say you have to like everybody. It doesn't say you have to be everybody's friend. Have an open mind and open heart. And then let your yeses be yes and let your no's be no. Somebody here was being, I feel like, taught that, like, when you are able to leave a situation where you have had to tolerate some sort of, it feels like abuse, okay? There's a level to tolerance. Everybody's got different levels of tolerance. And I feel like there's somebody here where it's like, I was trying to do the right thing. It's like you were taught to do something because it was the right thing to do. Right for who? Okay? And maybe your tolerance level is different. Your lessons are going to be different than someone else's, right? I got to let my dog out. But we have acceptance coming out. So, yeah, I feel like somebody is acknowledging they've accepted a commitment to something, and it was because they were influenced to do that, right? There's a new beginning around the corner here. And I feel like now they're taking charge. And it's like, we're done here. I'm blocking that out. I'm blocking that out. I'm done with this commitment. I'm done committing to this thing, this person, this mindset, this outlook, this principle. Okay? Something about this. I'm going to let the dog out real quick, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So, this acceptance, right? That was the last card that came out. Before I walked away. Anyway, so I feel like somebody is accepting that this is what it is. I don't feel like you were mad about it or somebody else is mad about it. I feel like they're recognizing what it is, and they know that they're done fighting about it. They're done fighting with it, whatever this is. Okay? I feel like the conversation, there's going to be some opposition. I feel like whatever this talk is, you're really committed to, like, stopping some sort of block. It just feels like recognition of what I've been indulging in, what I've been attracted to, what I've been really like letting in. Okay. And Sagittarius, what are my principles? I did say strong Sag in this energy. 9th house, Jupiter, philosophy, religion, law. Whatever it is you've been partaking in, it has been blocking some sort of expansion in your life. Okay. With that Jupiter energy. Definitely could be a Sagittarius or dealing with a Sagittarius. Strong fire sign energy in this one. And there's something here about a Pisces. Embrace the mundane, okay? Yeah, okay. So this is giving me more of that tolerant energy. It's like, what have you been tolerating, okay? Yes, of course, ideally we'd all love to be able to be slapped in the face and be zen about it, but not all of us are there. We're not like this. I don't feel like this is the this earth experience, this human experience. I don't feel like that is the place to learn that. All right, I feel like there's another place to learn that, but not here. I feel like here is more about recognizing that you are me and I am you, right? And we're all one. And how do I want to deal with that? What's my tolerance level? Recognizing that, like, the varying degrees of what looks like separation, but is actually unity, right? Because we all have varying degrees of tolerance. That is the unity in that idea and that concept. So embracing the mundane, I feel like, is this recognizing, like, what's been stopping you. You've been sticking to something here that's familiar. That is what embracing the mundane gives me. Familiarity. You've been indulging in something that was familiar. It's just what you knew. It's what you're indoctrinated to know. Definitely a Leo and a Sagittarius in this energy. So we have the 5th house, sun, children, creativity, pursuits of pleasure, affairs of the heart. I feel like somebody wants to go somewhere where it's more pleasurable. It's more creative. There's more, the energy over there's expansive. Okay, it's something about that. Somebody also wants to cultivate more. It's more like, it's almost like I want to be able to express myself more. I want to be able to express. This is like a goal for communication, okay? It's like, how do I start this? Well, first of all, I recommend approach all things. You can take it very seriously, but you don't have to approach it seriously, right? Take it seriously, but you can have a comedic approach to things. Like, sometimes a soft word will unharden a heart. I think something like that. But yeah, something here. There's going to have to be a talk here. And also, I feel like somebody is just straight up like, I'm not doing this. I'm not being committed to this. There's a commitment here. Somebody's just done being committed to it. We have a Taurus, yeah, and a heart. Yeah, my heart lies somewhere else. Possession, values, money, and Venusian energy. We have Taurus and a heart. Somebody's going to follow their heart here. And I feel like that's kind of what you've been encouraged to do anyways. What are your values in this? Yeah, somebody's realizing, like, I have been just following along because I thought that was the right thing to do. No one's perfect. We're going to use this deck again, the Tattoo Tarot. I used it in the last reading. We're going to use it again. I have shuffled it numerous times. Give it one more good shuffle and get on with it. All right, something about hit shuffle on the playlist and get a move on. See what happens. Somebody here is accepting too. Like, it just is what it is. Maybe that's you. Maybe that's another person. All right. What is the energy here? Thank you, thank you, thank you, God. You have Taurus, Leo, Sag, strong, some sort of Pisces energy out here. Maybe that's intuition. Definitely Aquarius, Aries, and Capricorn. 7 of Cups came out. So, yeah, somebody I feel like was confused. They were listening to somebody that was manipulating them. And there's a confusion here. 10 of Swords reversed, okay? So somebody's like, well, this is just what I know. And then the 10 of Swords is, it's like the worst is over. The worst bit of confusion was over. It's like, this is almost like the final level before you go to the next level. What do they call that? The boss scene or whatever. Something about that, okay? And there is something here where it's like, well, I've just been doing what mundane things, right? I've been doing the routine things, what I thought was the thing. Also, Ace of Pentacles. So it's... Somebody was confused about what their principles were in a situation, okay? And it is almost like, was I manipulated? Am I just delusional? Like, what is this about? And it's like, you know, am I the bad guy here? Am I the crazy one here in this scenario? Something involving that energy is present. With the 10 of Swords reverse, I feel like the worst is over, but it's not. It's like, this is your conclusion. Okay, and it's not awful. It's very much like, okay, now I know. It's not great, but it's not awful. Okay, this is like talking to someone with all those swords. It's giving me like the conversation when you're sitting there. You have to deal with, it's like hashing things out in order for this Ace of Coins to start. Okay, in order to get this solid new beginning to build with, you have to hash out these things that have been on your mind. And that 10 of Swords is giving me, with it being reversed, is giving me what has been on your mind. Now's the time to talk about it. Okay? You know, maybe this is just a discussion of boundaries and being like, okay, well, I don't want to do that anymore. Maybe it's about money, you know, and it's really on your heart to have this conversation. And it's like, I don't want to keep doing things the way we've been doing them. I would like to change it up because how we're doing things is not working. There's a block. We got conflict in our situation, whatever situation that is, home, work, whatever. There's conflict here. There is something about you've been losing, okay? And it's because you haven't been talking. You've been just rolling off this 7 of Cups energy, right? This illusion energy. Like, they can hear what I'm thinking. I mean, some people can, sure, but not this person. Okay? You can't and they can't. There's the mind, the telepathy is not connecting. You need to have an actual conversation about what's been on your mind, what has been bugging you. You need to express your feelings. That is what's here. There is a solid new beginning. Once you can, it's almost like once you realize what's been causing the conflict, that is when you will start anew, okay? Maybe it's a new situation with the same person. I don't know. High Priestess. There's something here as well about like, the High Priestess is an energy where it's like, okay, I have this, yeah, this is more of that secret energy too, where it's like you have to talk about it. Like, telepathy is not going to work in this instance. This is also somebody looking at things, trying to look at things from a higher perspective, okay? And from that higher perspective, though, it's like, what is that founded on? Who told you your perspective was wrong? There's a strong vibe here, guys, of like you were told something by someone you trusted at one point and you've been sticking with it and it has not been helping you. I can't get away from that energy. This is giving me like ho-hum, that's just the way it is. And I feel like there's somebody connected to 5 of Cups. Yeah, they regret this. Yeah, okay, right. It could have even been about connections, about relationships, because with that 7 and the 5 here, that's a 2 of Cups, right? You add the 2 of Cups, and there's a connection here that somebody has been following some sort of illusions. They've been having a lot of thoughts about it, but they haven't been expressing that. And with the High Priestess, more Piscean energy, okay? It is like somebody has decided to look at something from a higher level. What is my intuition telling me about this? Okay, that's great that my, you know, XYZ person in my life, friend, mom, parent, whatever, sibling, whatever, coworker, told me that. What does my intuition say? Okay, and I feel like somebody has regrets here that they need to talk about. They have some hurt feelings they need to discuss. King of Cups, Scorpio energy. So it's like, yeah, they don't talk. This is not somebody that talks about how they're feeling. They think about it a lot, but they do not express it. If you want this new start, you've got to talk about this. I'd approach it in a very comedic way. I feel like whoever you're approaching, we'll get you at viewer specifically in this. Whoever you're approaching, though, they know that, like, this is you trying to, not appease, but it's like trying to open the door to see if there can be some sort of communication about feelings, okay? And I feel like you have been led astray. I'm so sorry. I want to say, I'm sorry, bud. It definitely could be a fire sign. But yeah, it's like you were misled, and I don't think that your intentions, whoever misled you, I don't think that was their intention from the start. They were just teaching you what they knew, okay? Their values, right? They were just sharing their values, what they value with you. And this is giving me almost like a parent leading a child. You know, parents do the best they can. No one's perfect. And some parents are better than other parents, right? Whatever, you get what you get, and you got to deal with that, right? You can whine about it, or you can find solutions to it. So it's like you were taught something because that was someone's best. That's what they knew to be the best thing for them, okay? We have an Ace of Wands. I did say in the beginning, the Ace of Wands was coming out upright, right? That's some sort of action, beating something with a stick. Ace of Wands reverse is coming out, and I fell on that Ace of Coins. So there is some sort of solidarity here that I feel like someone's not acting on. I also feel like the lack of physicalness in this connection, whoever it is you're talking to, is helpful. Okay, it's not like long-term helpful. I feel like this could be a romantic thing. Yeah, you're making a choice here. But the fact that you haven't been physically involved is what makes this, approaching this, easier. And it's almost like makes rebuilding, Ace of Coins, right? A new start here. It's almost like it makes it easier to rebuild, easier to start, because now it's tangible, where before it might have just been physical, okay? It's like now there's more important building blocks that we're using. We're not using just the physicalness. I think there is... I also feel like somebody is going to tell someone, I'm not attracted to you anymore. I'm attracted to our home life and what we got going on here, but not you as, like, a physical thing. What is this Ace of Wands? I want to clarify that, and then we'll... Yeah, 5 of Wands. Somebody is... yeah, this is I feel like this is a conversation where you have to realize, like, I can't be your friend anymore with an ex. Something about being physical with them. Okay, maybe you were physical with them or something. I don't know. Maybe that... I don't know. But there has been some sort of competition. Something here is physical and you're not attracted to it, but you're doing it. And then another thing is solid, stable, and you haven't been physical with it. Whatever that means, okay? And that's the challenge. I feel like that's the competition. Also, somebody's not making a move here. They're sitting on their solid pinnacle. They're not... They're doing what's practical, not what's creative. They're doing what they know. If that answers your question, that's the problem, is they're doing what they know. They're sticking to what's familiar. I feel like there's some sort of recognition of this, though. Pisces, also... Hangman, okay? This is somebody who's taking time to think about something. And that's where, it's like, that's where the conversation's coming in. Is I need a conclusion here. That came out reversed as well. The Star. This isn't working for me. I don't like how it feels. This is not healthy. Somebody knows they have feelings elsewhere. All right, where's the viewer at in this energy? Somebody's disconnecting as well from a, yeah, they're disconnecting from a social circle. 7 of Wands reversed. They're removing the block. All right, for whoever that is for. I feel like they're not going to keep defending this either because it's not healthy. It's toxic. Like, something here is toxic. I feel like there's a new start, but you need to talk about how you're feeling. You need to express this. People can't read your minds. 5 of Swords. Yep, there's some sort of, it's like, this is your conclusion. 5 of Swords defeated. This is your conclusion. By acknowledging you're not attracted, it's not healthy, and you can't keep fighting for it. You can't keep fighting for what? Like, what are you fighting for? Is what that 7 of Wands is giving me as well. You're fighting for something that's in your way. Okay? Whatever that is, whoever that is, you're fighting for a situation that is actually blocking you from other things, from your heart. Okay? Where's the viewer at in this energy? Thank you, God. Where's the viewer at in this energy? Strong Aquarius. This is friendships. This is something about being friends with an ex, guys. It's not working for you. Whoever it is blocking other opportunities. 8 of Coins. Yeah, somebody's figuring this out. Viewer, you're the one figuring this out. It could be a Virgo. You're mastering something here. Ace of Cups. There's our Ace of Cups. Ace of Wands is great, right? Ace of Wands is great. Like, we all want to feel Ace of Wands. I would take a pentacle and a cup any day. Okay? So this is also giving me dropping a coin in a well situation, like wishing. So viewer, you have figured out how you feel. You figured out how to go get this emotional start. I feel like you have been friends with somebody who has been blocking relationship for you, romantic relationship. I feel like you have been friends with somebody who has been in the way of you connecting to your heart with others or another. Okay? Something here is that energy. Knight of Cups. You have some feelings to express. You have someone that you're thinking about, but you're like, why can't I connect? And it's because you're connected to somebody who's in the way. There's a block here. What's the block for the viewer? Thank you, God. What's the block for the viewer? I'll just go ahead and figure it out. Bravery, perhaps. An Aries, perhaps. Feeling like it. The block here is faith. Taking a leap of faith. Going towards something new. The Fool is a new energy. Not knowing exactly how it's going to go. You don't need to know how it's going to go. How is it going to go, though? For the long haul. Okay, we have 10 of Pentacles here. You've got to try the new thing. And I feel like if you can approach it in a new way, whatever this is, it needs to be new. A new approach, a new person, a new situation, a new home environment, a new job, something here. You need to start anew. You need to recognize that it's okay that I don't know how it's going to go. Whatever will be, will be. It's great how those always play out. So it's, it's definitely like, it's going to be what it's going to be. You need to offer the cup. And I feel like with that Virgo, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries energy, I feel like somebody here is like figuring out how they feel, why they feel what they're feeling, and what's required is faith. And when you have faith, faith is a feeling. Action is placing that feeling in movement. Like, I guess that's the best way to explain it, right? When you have faith and you make that move, it's because you feel you have faith. Like, it's like, I don't know how this is going to turn out, but I know it'd be okay. It's going to be better than what I've had. Something about that. Gotta be brave. Gotta be willing to be brave. Gotta be courageous here. Definitely dealing with the Leo. Or something about August. Maybe August is when you'll notice things work for you. I don't know. Okay. So I'm getting out of this. I hope it was helpful. Many, many blessings to whoever you are. And if nothing else, maybe it was entertaining. Talk to you soon.